I again want to thank our hosts, the McKenzie School District, for having us today. This is the first time since I've been your commissioner that we've traveled outside of Harris Hall. I really enjoy it. I love the tours, and I want to thank my colleagues for being willing to travel out and take the time to come upriver and see all the work that's been happening and to meet you individually. I also want to note Representative Hardwick and thank him for being here today as well. There's literally been work that's been happening over the last 5 years. There's a lot more work to do. The most flexible funding available that we have been able to utilize from the local level, the state and local level, has largely been expended. So the funding that we are now looking at is the funding from the federal government in the form of community development block grant recovery dollars. They're the most administratively burdensome dollars in which to utilize. As you can see through the years of regulations and meetings that it's taken to get to this point. I wish there was a faster way, and if I could write a way in which to deliver recovery dollars to places like Blue River and others that have been affected by disasters, I certainly would give them all the thoughts and all the feedback that I've really been gathering from all of you. You all hold a very special place in my heart. I've been working diligently with you to help support you in every way possible. And at this point, there's more money available through these disaster recovery dollars, but they're just a fragment of what is really actually needed in order to recover a community, whether it be for housing, whether it be for commercial, which is lacking sorely, or basically non-existent. You can't have recovery of housing without recovery of economic development and revitalization in the form of commercial business. They go hand in hand. And that's been a sore spot for many of you, clearly, but also in my advocacy with the state, because there are challenges with utilizing public funds for private enterprise. And that's a barrier, it's a strong barrier to recovery. I will continue to advocate on your behalf. Please feel free to reach out to me. And again, I want to thank my colleagues for asking great questions tonight, being interested, and helping in any way possible for your recovery.
Thank you. Commissioner Farr.
Thank you, Chair. First thing I'd like to do is thank Commissioner Buck for convening this meeting. I've been around the commission for a few more years. I've been in Oak Ridge and Florence and Cottage Grove and other places. This is the first time in quite some time that we've been into a community, and one that is so eager to hear how the Board of Commissioners is going to respond to your immediate needs. Thank you, Commissioner Buck. You passed along the credit to the people who did the work to get us up here, but you, in fact, are the convener, and you are the reason that we're here. Thank you. Now, that being said, I've been following the fire since the day it happened. I have friends sitting in the audience, Don Katie, who brought me up here a number of times to see progress from within just a couple of weeks after the fire occurred. And we've seen some pretty amazing progress. And it's hard to believe that 5 years have elapsed. And one thing, I've been surprised by two things. One is the quality of the rebuilding of housing that is occurring inside Blue River. Wonderful houses, and while we mourn the loss of the old houses, the new houses are sustainable for the future and will be there a lot longer than the old houses would be. So that's wonderful news, and it's wonderful news on the residential front. The other surprise I got when I drove up to Myers General Store, I was going to pop in and grab a bag of chips. Well, it's not open. What? So that's the thing that surprised me is something that you said. Let's see. It was you, Jane Wilson. You still here? She left. Well, Jane said, we don't have a store yet. Now, I have a question for you all in the audience. How many people shop at Myers at some point? Yeah, I thought so. Really everybody. And the ones who didn't raise your hand probably didn't hear the question that I asked, how many people have shopped at Myers? Because I think everybody has. And what do you do? If you need a loaf of bread on Sunday evening, what do you do? Where do you go? How far do you drive to get it? So, you know, we do a very good job, and we all acquiesce to this during our discussions today, in recovery in housing. Everybody's got focus on housing and houses and how do we build houses. And I think we're doing, for the most part, a pretty good job across the board at a lot of different levels. But we are neglecting commercial development. We're not putting enough resources into commercial development. And I'm gonna use Melanie as my focal point right now. We have a store here in Blue River that's not open yet. What the heck? And you know, the amount of money that we need, I look at the economic revitalization, and we spend there's about $6 million allocated towards it, with over 6. Of which $2 million is the business recovery fund. How much of that do we expect to go to Myers General Store? Well, you know, it's not going to be a great deal of that, and Myers needs someplace close to $1 million perhaps to get the store operating. What can we do? How can we apply it? And I look down the list of how we're spending the money in the economic revitalization. What is the most important way to spend that money to the people who live in this community? I can't think of anything more important than your general store. Now, certainly there are other employers and other businesses in the area, but what can we do to kickstart getting this store reopened? I know I'm not the only one sitting on this panel who's interested in that. Another question that I asked on the $5 or so million that we have allocated for projects, we do have $1.244 million developed for Lane County administration. I need to hear more about that. That's greater than 20% of the entire project. So I'm not asking questions about that. I'm more than likely going to find out that's exactly what was needed to do it. But that being said, you need a store. And we need to focus a little bit more of our attention on how do we both recover economically and recover the basic needs of the people in this community. So I'm not going to rest until I can buy a bag of chips in Blue River.
Thank you, Commissioner Farr. Commissioner Krieger, please.
Thank you. Well, thank you, everyone. I know it's getting late. I'm so sorry I couldn't join the tour. I just had an unavoidable conflict in Corvallis all day. I'm so glad I was able to get back in time to join this part, in particular to hear all the public comment. The last time I was up in Blue River for a tour was about a year ago, and I saw your beautiful firehouse. I saw your library completed and sheetrocked, but I was really excited to come back and see it with books in it. Rose Street Cottages was just a concept and a blank piece of dirt when I was there before. So I was really looking forward to coming and seeing the progress. I'm sure I'll arrange another walkabout soon. But I really, as I was listening to everybody's comments, was just so struck by everyone's perseverance and commitment and love of your community. But I also know that you're really tired. And we're talking a lot about the rebuilding of housing, of homes, but that you all lost what was inside those homes, and that can't be replaced. 5 years is a really significant milestone for a community who's been through what yours has been through to mark, and it's great to celebrate all the progress, but it's hard not to see how much there still is to do, because, you know, Melanie, you do matter, all of you really do, and so I'm just really grateful that you are continually so willing to share your experience, share your story, open your community to us to come have a walk through and meet with you and hear your feedback, whether it's appreciation or criticism or frustration. We need to hear it all so that we can share it with our partners and work on your behalf. So thank you for all of that. And thank you to Jane, was it Jane? No, it was Shay, I think, who talked about the Dark Skies Initiative. I'm looking forward to getting my brochure and reading through that. So that's an issue I share your interest in. So just my gratitude to everyone who made tonight possible, and particularly to everyone in the community. Just keep going and know that we're all doing everything we can to support you. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Krieger. Mr. Seneca.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Well, thank you all for having us tonight. It was, well, and today. It was great going through the tour. Most of us here have done it multiple times now, and it's inspiring and heart-wrenching every time. You know, Commissioner Barr and I swung by Obsidian for dinner, and we were talking with the guy sitting there taking our food order, and he was talking about the reason he's here is because of the community. And you walk through the community and you're talking to just the people that stop and want to talk to you, and they're very proud of their community. I love that about this place, and we'll keep coming back. And I think everybody here has said, and I know they are dedicated to making sure we can continue to do everything we can until this place is back to how it was. You know, I just take a second to talk. Melanie, your story is, every time we talk, I was so excited to come up, because I hadn't heard about the latest hiccups. And actually, even Chair Lovell and I were saying, man, I wonder what the store's going to look like. Are we going to get my piece of jerky or go in there or something? And we came up and we both looked at it and just kind of stopped. And these are the things that we need to hear about every day, so we can do something about it. So we can be the voice. You know, you said you guys need help, and there's a lot of people here that need help, and we will be here to help. We will be your voice at the next level. And when we're feeling the passion that you guys have here, that passion exudes and it goes everywhere. So I was thinking exactly what Commissioner Trieger said. You guys, I could sense some frustration still in the entire, I told you before, but above that, I still sense the passion that this community has. And that says a lot about it. You know, Tabitha and I were sitting there joking around as we found our favorite house at the new Rosewood complex. And, you know, that is the community being rebuilt, and how amazing it is to look at those new houses and just think this is something very special here. So thank you guys for having us, and I want to thank all of the staff that's here from Lane County and our partners. It's a late night, but we truly appreciate everybody coming out tonight. So thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair. I know we're running short on time, but something in my spirit tells me that Mr. Rickoff, I'd like to give some of my time to you, sir.
Chair, Commission, thank you. It's been a very powerful day. As Commissioner Farr reminded us, we've done this in the past. We have not done this as frequently as we should, and it really is the first time we've done this since COVID. As an individual who lost a home here, and continuing to work with the county and seeing how hard these remarkable individuals have been working, and every challenge we've come up against, this community and these individuals have pushed through and found a way to yes. This has been a day for me of great pride and a little bit of sadness as we still look at how much needs to be done. You know, I'm one of those people who, when I needed that last ingredient, would charge down to the store and find it, and be warmly welcomed. Get a chance to get caught up. Never got out of there as quickly as I thought I would, and I miss that deeply. I said today on the tour that I viewed it as a community center for us. Yes, it was a commercial property. At the same time, it's where we met, where we checked in, and I think we're all still grieving that we don't have that beating heart in the center of town. I've never been more grateful to live anywhere. I'm not a permanent resident yet, but with a year to go before my retirement, I can't wait to truly be here. So thank you, Chair, for the moment.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it very much. I totally agree with my colleagues. I don't want to repeat a lot of what they said, but I do say that the businesses are getting overlooked, and that's a key component to economic vitality and the revitalization of the community. Downtown Springfield is very dear to me, but it has the same bones and the same soul that Oak Ridge does on a smaller level, and you need a store, you need a place to go. One of the comments I heard, I want to read back to you because it's really sinking into my spirit here, is that those that grew and matured with the town cannot be replaced by a convenience store without a soul investment in the area. I heard that today. I also heard, how do you buy the heart of a community? The store, the post office, the library, name a business that not only fills a need but gives emotional and relational connection to the humanity of the community that money can't put a price on. I heard that today too, and it really struck me. And so what I read mostly, I read this, that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And I want to tell you today, most especially, I've seen substance of this town's character and evidence of your perseverance. That is going to make this town what you dream it can be if we can just get through the bureaucracy. And we're here, all my colleagues, I can speak for them, I'm sure, we're here to make that process as painless as possible, even though there's been pain inflicted. So you'll have our commitment on that. So I want to thank you all for coming tonight. I want to thank Jessica. I want to thank our head county council, Mr. Rob Bovett. Mr. Rickoff, thank you for coming. My colleagues, Rep Harvick, the video team, Tim's up there in the stadium over there, in the stands, and Neil and Ryan, thank you. Gosh darn it. And all you people that and Judy's over here hiding too in the corner. I see her over there. Thanks for Judy to make the trip. And to all you people who we represent on your behalf. And thanks again, Matt McRae, for just doing a great job doing the coordination and all that. And all of you who helped bring this meeting to Blue River. This, so far in my first 10 years, has been my favorite meeting. I don't think I've ever heard more positivity in public comments, and I want to thank you for that. It's what I needed today to hear. So again, thank you for coming. Let me just say our next regular board meeting will be Tuesday, October 14th, 2025 in Harris Hall 9.